Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another recording of Transistor. Let's get into it. Now, I do want to admit, it won't change anything, but I exited it out after I beat the boss here, and it didn't save. Uh, it took me to this access point right here, and that's where it last saved. So, I have to fight this boss again. And it has been a couple of days since I last played, so I might not be exactly totally in the best mindset to play as far as remembering how to play. But I think I can figure it out. So we're going inside the spine, which is something I certainly did not expect to happen. We're going in a very strange direction. This is interesting. So we can't go any further to the left here. And it seems like we're just gonna walk through its stomach, spine, beats per minute 17. Did not see that coming.
Thanks for whatever you did back there, among other things. Yikes. I guess I missed the good part.
So we have to kill the giant process creatures, I guess. Would be what I'm guessing is the new thing.
Strasbourg was out of control. Thought the admins put him away.
So I have found out in the meantime that there are achievements for looking and inspecting each of these functions as each of the things unlocks. So you get the background, the career, and what's the other thing you get?
Surely. Guess I'm not supposed to be here. Not that anyone else is. So they got any dirt on me?
Like three paragraphs, not always the same. So brackets to the tower concourse, people detected 2.
No way. Know where we are? We're here. This should lead up to the concourse.
So we did a strange thing by fighting the spine instead of fighting another one of the bad guys. I thought we were gonna just end up fighting each one of those bad guys and that would be the entire game. So maybe we will, maybe we won't. Here's a clearance check.
They're letting us walk right in. Looks like you got a message there.
New private message.
Greetings from the Camerata.
It's really you. Come all this way. I never had a chance to introduce myself. I'm Asher. But you've come for Grant. Good. I'd let you up, it's just we're stuck. Walled ourselves in. Precautionary measure. So they won't be joining us here either. I better go. Grant needs me.
Hope you're not buying this garbage.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe they didn't intentionally release the process at all.
At least we know they're here. We'll find them.
Wouldn't it be funny if the guy that's in our sword was the one that released the virus?
Maybe they'll be cordial. We sincerely regret any inconvenience or actions we have caused you. Here's your voice back. Here's your body. Have a nice day.
Welcome this 8%.
Wish I had my own elite club. Special uniform, secret handshake, private meetings, big plans. You want in? Think about it. Standing off.
Are we gonna run into any process? Might as well go to the every access point.
Never had the pleasure. So let's see here. Must be the express left at every time. Why are they even here?
Read the Camerata. Good question. What are the Camerata and why are they here?
When everything changes, nothing changes. That's the Camerata's creed, our mission. We love our city the way it is. We didn't want to see it fade because someone out there didn't like the color of the sky. Everything we did, everything we're doing, is for Cloudbank.
Liar. He's lying. Why wouldn't he be?
So we can use... These were getting messed up by the process before. We have the back door here. And fortunately, we also have all of these things that I kinda need. I kinda need to work on off screen. I'll try them all once, I guess. Or a few times.
All I can think about is Clint's face. Once we get to him, what are you gonna do with him? Get him in line. I have.
Let's see. Planning test, I think I can at least do that. One, I think. Planning actually taught me some stuff. Terminate the process in one turn. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That looks like that will work just fine.
Like I was saying.
So I'd already kind of thought and figured out that.
That door's gonna stay shut.
Try the sandbox music. So a practice test, we really don't have anything. Stability test is 2 out of 3. the performance test is 1 out of 7, and the speed test is 3 out of 6. And I think there's probably a second speed test that I can't get to until I beat this one. Alright. Now, there's no way to look at your abilities. If we try to ping this guy that much, it will take way too long. We need to hit the cheerleader and then hit this and then ping, and that's all I can do. And then if I tried load on this, it wouldn't do any damage, so that's no point.
Not much time left.
So that kills this one. And then this one here. Even with the backstabs, it's not enough. And even with everything here, it's not enough. Yeah. So unless there was some way I could set some of these already, just sit here and kind of load already. Hey, I can actually. Well, all of a sudden that kind of makes sense. I'm actually gonna put another load right here and just put another load right here and then try this. Wow. So I totally cheated that. That was total cheating there. I just I had the loads on the floor before we even started. So we have another speed test.
Here we go again. Time to race the clock.
I don't know what either one of these attacks are, so let's try it. Seems like I could potentially leave this here and it would do damage. And so this.
Clock is ticking.
Alright. Purge. Couple of these. Purges don't stack apparently. All kinds of cluckers and things. Weakened. Weakness. So, to begin with, I need to weaken this. Weaken this. Weaken this. Weaken this. And now, attack. Attack. So let's try this. Here we go. Attack. 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 And attack. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anything stacks. I guess that will work. Emergency turn initiated as we are about to die. Let's see. Weaken. Weaken. Purge. Weaken. Purge. Purge. Attack that one. Attack that one. Let's try that. Seems like we have time. Yeah, I don't know if I can win now though, because I've lost my ability. Darn it, it respawned. Yep, died, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. So another speed test that I'm stuck on. I think there's just kind of a level of expertise that I'm missing out right now on. And I think probably a second playthrough would have this. And this is the one where we have to take the 3 functions and combine them all in some way. So you would want crash, certainly, and then you would want, let's see, spark to do a blast radius, or as a secondary thing it could do 3 projectiles, which I don't know if that would help, or it could spawn a copy when attacked, which I don't think that would really help. And then bounce can't be used at all. So we could try to put bounce here, and it would jump. We could do here and have a deflective shield, or we could just do some base damage. And no limiters are in effect, because that would be an insane thing. I've figured out here that it's actually rather useful to hit things with crash first and then bounce them. So that's wave 1. And that allows for this, which would allow functions, more functions to be used during turn recovery. Add a chain reactive effect to most things. So if we put this here, we would faster turn recovery, or instant fire, or usable in turn recovery. Interesting. So let's try this, because I don't understand what they mean by turn recovery. Hit this, hit this, hit this, and run this way, maybe. No, that's out of range. Get rid of young lady, and then we'll just leave everything there. Alright, this, and question is, do I need to hit any of these? I'll hit them all just in case. Oh, so when we're recovering now, we can use the bounce. Oh, that is actually super useful. So now we don't have to just sit there and wait for the turn to come back. That takes this...
More to work with.
That really changes the entire attack system from just being about focused around using turn to potentially not doing that. Move much farther in a single use of turn. Spawn a copy when attacked. Turn cost reduced by 25%. Can't do that. Can't do that. So I could double my movement speed, or I could reduce the cost and increase my attack speed. Let's do that. So hit this, hit this, hit this, and then I can come over here and see if I can hit this. That's out of range. What if I hit this and then hit that? Interesting. Worth a try. We got a problem now. Now we got the jerk. Let's try this. I don't even need to really go back into turn mode here.
We're getting there.
So yes, we did it. Now we can, and we've leveled up. So let's see. Call strike nearby targets upward with tremendous force. Raise the kinetic impact to effect of most functions. Harm targets on contact when executing turn. Or purge, spawn a seeking parasite that dismantles the target from within. Apply corruption effect to most functions. Retaliate automatically if struck. I think I want retaliate automatically if struck. So that's something I'll take. Now, it is obvious I need more memory right now. So I'll take more memory, so I can actually use some functions. And then I have responsibility as a limiter. I can unlock it. Would have me lose 6 memory, or the process will strike with twice as much power. I think twice as much power is the better one to choose, because if you do things right, they won't be able to hit you at all. So we take the limiter efficiency for now, not that we're going to use any of it.
You felt that, right?
So that's one performance. We could try another performance. We could try a stability. We can try this planning. Let's do planning again, I think.
Freeze open again.
Seems like we're gonna spend some time here.
Looks like it's true.
Alright. This is definitely different. So I'm already in turn mode. This is crash, and it won't hit. So forget that. And this is something in it, packet, and it won't hit. So right here, still no good. Put that there. So do I have to put this here and then hit the packet and just try to bowl? No, I failed. I have to do that in one turn.
Want to try again?
What if we do this and then this? Will that hit everything? I can't help but feel like I'm gonna miss one of them. Let's try it. So we'll move down this way. Nope, that won't work either. Let's try that one. Nope, that's not gonna work either. Well, one of the problems, I think, is I'm just gonna have to put some real time in this. And because of that, I think I'm gonna do all of these off screen. At least that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do right now. We've been going about 30 minutes, and like the practice test is nothing, we know. The speed test, I couldn't figure it out. Or are we on to a new speed test? I don't even know. And the stability tests are here. What was the stability tests again that we just had to
Draw anything good?
stay alive? Withstand the process for 90 seconds.
Time for some keep away.
So, like, whenever this dog seems like it's about to attack, I just need to kind of run away and be on the other side, and then kind of just stand still and then get away from it, and then yeah, this in particular doesn't feel like a real interesting method as far as recording for YouTube. It's just literally run away. Yeah, I'm not doing very well at this either. Just sit here. I don't think there's a heal button. I may have screwed it up here. Doesn't seem like any of them can pathfind to where I am. Interesting. So, it feels very much like I'm cheesing this test again, and this isn't the real way you're supposed to do it, but it seems like it's gonna work. Maybe maybe this is trying to teach me that the cameras will take my picture but only show direct paths. I mean, that was just totally cheesing it right there. Totally and completely cheesing it.
Finally, a little privacy.
So let's go back to the speed test and let's make sure I looked at this one. Yes, this is the one that we tried, and I could probably do it off screen after 20 to 30 more minutes of trying. And then performance test number 2.
Let's try 4 again.
I don't know if we started this at all.
Longer than they can.
So it feels like the performance tests are just going to be the same things to begin with, and you just have to go further with it, perhaps. Or maybe it is a slightly different.
No vacancy.
Ooh. So I can't use breach at all to begin with. I have to start with bounce, and then I would have to turn costs 25% attack speed. There we go. So that's only gonna allow me to attack now.
Lights on.
And we have to clear 5 waves. So that's not too bad. That first wave wasn't.
Good.
And now we move on this puzzle. Let's see. Intelligence, allegiance altering. Spawn a friendly bad cell when retrieving cells. Gain more planning potential in turn. Let's see. I think that's what I want. Right now it's just more time. I mean, really, here we have. Will this work? Instead of doing bounce, what if we did this? Go ahead and backstab young lady a couple times, and then take those extra bounces here.
Bang.
She's just pounding on me a little bit. There we go. Go ahead and pick up all of these like this. That way I make sure I don't spawn any bad cells. Again, we get into these areas and it's really just becomes this whole situation of I don't know if that's the right move, actually, to use this. I think perhaps maybe I should use it as a passive ability if I'm going to use it at all. Or maybe I'll just bring up ping instead. It's already being used. So we'll use it as a passive ability. But yeah, we get to the sandbox area and then all of a sudden we're not even playing the game anymore. We haven't done anything. Here we go. Run. We're about to die. So I can't help but notice that my health is almost completely gone here. So it's as much as I would have hoped to survive that. I don't have my own personal doubts I will be able to survive. So retaliate automatically when struck is what I would like to have right now. Or do I want to recover more quickly? I think I want to recover more quickly. Here we go. Get away from him. Get away from him. Get behind him. And do some backstabs. There. And activate that. Why did that not kill him? That was supposed to have killed him. I'm gonna overkill just because it didn't work before. And barely cleared wave 4 there. So we have one more wave we're gonna have to try and succeed at. It could all be for naught. Let's see. Crash now can finally be put in here. So I can weaken. And then that will leave me with this to apply a corruption effect, I suppose, to crash. Damage over time for purge. So let's try this. Alright, crash, stab, 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 stab. Here we go, crash. and then so bounce, and then bounce, and then bounce. So I took damage and lost one function, but I had two functions, and I got it done. So this seems a lot like it's kind of a waste of time, and I don't want to do any more of it right now. Also because we're at the end of the episode, but also I just kind of want to go back to playing the game. We've not really done anything in the main game at all, and yet that's where I'm going to end this, oddly enough. All we've done is play in the sandbox. We haven't fought a single process creature in the real game, except for maybe we destroyed the spine's heart, which I really wasn't expecting there to be a heart in there. I thought we were just going to walk through that and enter a whole new style of areas. Anywho, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.